much compassion for people. They need to remember to have a balance about that, but they have a lot of compassion, a lot of empathy, sometimes too much empathy, and so it puts them in a bad situation with certain people. But they have this ability to see things. Hi everyone, welcome back to No Light Time. My name is Holly, so grateful to have you all. Let's get into this reading. I'm really excited to be doing this. I am doing every month, basically every zodiac season. I talk about a specific zodiac sign. I talk about what I love about a zodiac sign. I talk about what I hate about a zodiac sign. So today I'm talking about what I love about Pisces. I covered already last week what I love about them. What I hate about them. I have many great reasons for why I love about them. I gave 5 last week, and there will be a card in the video about it. So what I love about Pisces is Pisces season. And what I love about Pisces, a lot of my close colleagues are Pisces. And when I was younger, I say this all the time, when I was younger, I never really used to get along with water signs. I found myself clashing a lot with them, with Pisces, Cancer. Not so much Scorpios, I've always loved Scorpios, but Pisces and Cancer, I really used to clash with them because I found them to be too emotional, But the more that I tap into my empathy, compassion for other people, I see myself aligning more with them. And my North Node is in Pisces, and it was recommended to me by an astrologer. What I love about Pisces, it was recommended by an astrologer that I learn from Pisces. And I've really been learning a lot from Pisces. I say in the last 6 to 7 years, I've embraced my North Node in Pisces. And what I love about Pisces, I have so many reasons. A lot of them are very loyal to you. They're very loyal. And an evolved Pisces will often tell you, if they learn to speak up for themselves, that's what I mean, evolved, they understand people and they learn to understand themselves through other people, and they'll tell you how they are. And that's what I really appreciate about it. One of my colleagues, who I love to bits and pieces, she, in the beginning when I met her, I was like, I don't know how I feel about her. But I've grown to love her so much because she keeps it real. They can be very authentic people. And I love that. I love that about Pisces. I also really love that when you go to them with an issue that they have, most of them, if they're unevolved, I've covered this in last week's video, they'll give you advice about what they want to tell you. But an evolved Pisces is very good at listening. Very good. I have another colleague who's a Pisces. He's extremely good at listening and taking things in. And he'll give you advice that you need to hear. A lot of people give you advice that they're just projecting, which is also an unevolved Pisces. Pisces. But the evolved Pisces has learned to give good advice, to listen. Pisces can be such great listeners. Something that I've also really learned about Pisces, like I said, their loyalty, their listening, they are such givers. They really give with all their heart, and they have so much compassion for people. They need to remember to have a balance about that, but they have a lot of compassion, a lot of empathy, sometimes too much empathy, and so it puts them in a bad situation with certain people. But they have this ability to see things from another person's perspective that you think, oh my gosh, I never actually thought about that. They're very good at giving advice when they have evolved. And the evolved Pisces makes for a good therapist, a good counselor, somebody that deals with people. They're very people's people, even though they act like they aren't. They're very people's people, and they do well around people, which seems not so typical of a water sign. But I'm telling you, a lot of Pisces I see, they're very social creatures. Very, very social creatures in a weird way, in their own way. Where they need time with people and they also need time with themselves, which is similar to Aquarius. But they're very good at being around a lot of people and allowing people to be themselves. They're also very, very intellectual and highly creative. Something that I've seen in a lot of Pisces men, they can be very gentlemanly. I think it's the Neptune that rules that sign, because it is ruled by Neptune and Jupiter. But the duality of that is that sometimes they have dark secrets, which is what I covered last week. I won't get too much into it because I want to focus on the positive. But Pisces is really one of my favorite signs. And the reason it is because they understand nuance and they understand depth. You know, I don't deal well with people that are very surface, but they are very deep in general, especially when they have evolved. Very deep people. They can sometimes be too emotional, but once they learn to handle the emotions, they are big on taking accountability. They'll say, I'm sorry, which I love. I'm big on that too. They'll apologize for what they've done, and they'll say, I am like this, once they know and understand themselves. And the more I've grown, the more that I love Pisces. Even though I had a friend who was a Pisces, two friends who were Pisces for a long time, they were both actors. I think they were very unevolved and very immature. They had great qualities too. That's why I was friends with them. I don't want to just throw them under the bus and say that they were horrible people, because I don't believe that they were. I just think that they were unevolved, as I have been at some point in my life too. So I don't want to say that they're the enemy and I was perfect, which is not the case. But why I could not have them in my life anymore is because they didn't own their behavior. So when Pisces learn to own their behavior, they can really be very powerful. And the superpower of Pisces is compassion. They're very compassionate people. And they're very understanding people. You know, one of my really good friends is a Pisces. We talk almost every day. And she's just so understanding of people that it puts into perspective. It reminds me to be more understanding, you know. And I learn, like I said, out of all the signs, I've learned most from Pisces and Geminis. Those are the two signs that have taught me the most. And I really, in some forms and manners, I really look up to them, because I don't know, they just get life, you know. Like when I'm done speaking to my Pisces colleagues, I'm like, they get it, they see, because they're very intuitive. They see it's like this, you know. And when they see that it's like this, they don't take it personally. They don't judge a person for it. They just see things as they are and they accept it, which I think is very powerful. Because sometimes we can see things. I've been guilty of this. I see things about somebody, or I've seen things about someone, and I'm like, oh, I should stay away from them. But they're like, they learn how to, when they evolve, they learn how to have boundaries up and not take people's behavior personally, which is very powerful. So happy birthday to all the Pisces, all the wonderful, wonderful Pisces, because it is such a great sign. Creative, expressive, kind, compassionate. I have many great things to say about Pisces. So happy birthday to all the beautiful Pisces. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful birthday month and many blessings to you all.